sharpen the stone, sharpen the knife. Actually, sharpening the knife is also sharpening the stone or sharpening the steel, you know.
Right.
Yeah. The process of sharpening a knife, how is it like? What's the process? Just rubbing it against something else.
Right.
In a fixated form or fixated action. Right? Now, what is the purpose of, and so, when you have a sharp knife, what is the purpose of a knife?
To be able to cut through.
To cut what?
Things.
Is to cut things. Would you like to cut tomatoes with a blunt knife?
No.
Don't you feel irritated to cut tomatoes with a blunt knife? Or all tomatoes with a blunt knife? You like that? You lose patience? Would you lose your patience?
I won't cut the tomato. I'll eat it whole.
You eat it whole. Yes. So now this is what I'm saying. Many of us focus only on the knife to be sharp, to use the knife, but they forgot. One needs to be very mindful to sharpen the knife. If you are not mindful when you are sharpening the knife, you'll be slicing your own flesh.
Right.
So when you ask me, since things are an illusion, right? So where is mindfulness? So the mindfulness is equates to sharpening the stone.
Okay.
So when your mind becomes sharp, like the knife becomes sharp, it can cut through the illusion of all phenomena.
Got it. Okay.
Easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. Daily life everywhere is Dharma. Okay? Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? Yes.
If my friends out here are praying to God to heal someone, we as Buddhists are not praying to God or to Buddha to heal someone. What are we doing with our prayer to help heal someone?
When you pray to a real God, you are bribing the God to heal someone by making offering, by worshipping, by requesting, right?
Yes.
And so it is up to his or her own, the God's wishes, whether to want to help you, right?
Yes.
Fulfill the wish, right?
Yes.
Buddhism, different. Medicine Buddha, when we do Medicine Buddha puja, it's like he fulfilled the activity of sharpening the knife. When you use a knife, what do you do with a knife? You cut. So when you invoke the blessing or the activity of Medicine Buddha, what does he do? He heals. That's all there is to it. You use a knife to cut. Right? You use needle and thread to sew. You don't need to please him.
No, we're just invoking the
We're
healing.
just invoking him and he does that. And we do make offerings and this and that to accumulate merit, to plant the seed, so that we may become like him. We may become like them. So that we may perfect our qualities, our merits and qualities, so that other people will use us. That's all there is to it. We don't have, unless, for example, give good example, school teacher. Some student likes the teacher and not afraid to ask the teacher. Some student feel, if I ask the teacher, I do not know whether the teacher will teach me or not, will like me or not, or whether it's the right thing to do or not, and this and that, right? So it's again, or maybe the teacher likes your face or the teacher don't like your face. Right, teacher? You like some student, don't like some student, right? How dare you! 从实招来，来人给我拉他出去。No, I'm just joking. Again, it's nice to have some nonsensical fun, right? So, so it's just the same thing. You see, it's with praying to a God is requesting the God's favor, that you need to please and need to beg and need to belong to Him so that He will want to give the blessing or do the activity. That's all. That's it. Now you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So there's
absolutely.
just very easy way of explaining.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yes, please.
You mentioned about confession. If whoever was naughty, you have to kind of confess. And in traditional America, the confession would be like to go to church and go into the confessional booth and confess to a priest or something typical like that. I was wondering if you could elaborate on, would the confession be somewhat of an acknowledgement of your own misdeed, and you could kind of confess to your own inner self, or does that confession have to be to another person, or to could you confess to the Buddha statue, or even to your dog, or could you confess to the person that you injured, or would it? I guess what I'm asking is the confession have to be this formal confession, or can it just be an acknowledgement of the misdeed on an internal basis, if that would be sufficient?
This is a good question, so I give you a beneficial answer. I don't have a good answer, but I give you a beneficial answer. Whoever we confess to we have to do with the four opponent powers. Then it becomes truly a confession. You reflect upon what I'm going to say and you tell me whether it is true. Number one, when do confession, you must find somebody you must find that somebody or that someone or that something, okay? To me it's Buddha, who has already purified that aspect. Purified that aspect. Okay? Number two, you yourself must do the number two, yourself must, sorry, my English not good, I'm trying to think about how to express it. So first is the object, second is your mind, recognition of the misdeed, in which what you say is you have to recognize, confess to yourself or something like that. Third one is to do the actual confession. There's for us, there's the 35 Buddha confession, there's prostration, there's something that we do to receive the blessing, the prostration. It's like, somebody says, why do the prostration? Why invoke the name of these Buddhas? It's simple. Why do you use a knife to cut? These Buddhas have already become a specialist in their activity for you to use. So these Buddhas have the specialized, these 35 Buddhas or 88 Buddhas or 3,000, 1,000, 3,000, 10,000 Buddhas names have that special capability to purify different aspects of us. And number four, the most important one is to promise not to do it again. right? So basically it's this. If I done a misdeed and I come and see you and you have not evolved above the misdeed, what will happen? You will judge me. And you will not have compassion for me. And you will want to get rid of me. And you will want to kill me. Or you want to punish me. Right? So that's why we do before Lord Buddha, who have wisdom and compassion for all beings. Make sense? Yeah. So these are the four action of confession. Do you remember them?
No.
No, you don't remember them.
I have to practice.
Okay. So you try to awaken that memory. Okay, that was just 2 minutes ago. Okay. So, any other questions? Yeah, everybody wants to go home. Everybody's signaling that they want to go home. Okay, bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Right? Any other questions? So far, do you understand what I'm saying? If not, I'm going back to Singapore. There is no purpose for me here. Okay? So far, you understand?
Yes.
Quite easy? Huh?
Not so easy.
Not so easy? You understand, you understand, you don't understand, you don't understand. What do you mean by not so easy? Come on, you're a school teacher. You're a professor. Goodness gracious me. You understand, the guy understands, he understands. Not so easy to understand, but I understand or I don't.
I try to understand more. I think I understand part of it.
Oh, come on, you wear clothes, you don't wear half and not wear the other half. Okay? Yeah. You either understand it first and internalize it later. Okay? Yes.
Okay.
I realize that everything is illusion, but I understand.
You realize that everything is illusion, but you understand.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sad. But that's a good beginning. That's a good beginning. Okay? But when you really internalize it, that everything truly is an illusion, then you will never suffer again, because you will never have self. You will never have a self-cherishing moment or a selfish moment. Okay? When you truly see all as illusion, you can never be selfish. Only benefit others. Okay? Alright?
Yes.
Any other questions?
But I don't think you have to see it as illusion. It's just not. It's
Yeah,
not
that-
just not permanent, right?
Not permanent is not illusion. Is a rainbow permanent?
Right. You can call it permanent, yeah, illusion.
So you can call it just a label, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just a label.
Because if you call it illusion, it seems like there is something, other things are real, then this is illusion. But actually, all things are impermanent and they are arising.
So please teach me what is a good word to use. You see, my English is not good, so please teach me. Any other suggestions on what word to use other than illusion?
Transient?
Transient? Too difficult.
Temporary.
Temporary? Oh, I temporarily coughed.
Women's call.
Huh?
Women's call. Women's call.
Women's call?
Yeah.
No, too difficult.
I have a question about
I think.
doing a diligently prayer, and sometimes if I I didn't say, to set a goal, but I'm doing, for example, the confession for the 88 Buddha, and it may take 30 minutes. But, if for something happen, I only pray, at the middle of the prayer, and then I am not able to continue it, maybe another 8 hours later. So how can I, what was the practice to seal that and then continue? But I would, try to finish it the same day. In terms of being diligent.
I feel that is a very common situation everybody is facing in this day. Instead of being so focused on completing it, I feel because everybody's situational working life or commitment right now, we really just need to focus on doing one thing first: rejoicing for yourself and others, supporting self and others, supporting others who are doing it. If they can do it better than you support them. If not, you rejoice that you have done how much you have done and how much other people can do or are doing. That is greater than thinking. Then, like you eat your food halfway and then you come and eat it 8 hours later, the food will spoil. Just think that, rejoice that you have eaten something. That is more beneficial than think about finishing the meal that you ate 1/4 way 8 hours ago.
Losing weight.
Unless you are losing weight. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Good night. Yeah. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forever. So we pray that we ourselves should want to become like a transparent light bulb. That our minds be like the light bulb. Within it, it is not increasing or decreasing. It's not coming and not going, and it is not dark, and it is not dark and it is not solid. Okay? So make our mind, our heart like the light bulb, to be able to serve and be of benefit for all beings. Okay? Thank you. Good night. So that's why I want to say something. It is very important that I want you all to train in making offerings to the Buddha. Buddha don't need your offerings, but you need to train to make offerings. You need to train to make offerings. Any offerings, making donation, making incense offering, making light offering, buying fruits, buying flowers, the intention of offering is unbelievable. Okay? This I can talk the benefit of making offerings and this and that. Even though it is an outer action, but because we are outer beings, we need to do outer action, because we need to eat outer food and we need to stay in the outer house, because our outer body that houses our inner mind still needs lots of outer conditions. So we need to learn to be graceful, we need to make offerings, and we need to rely upon those those beings, like I said before, who have already evolved and will not judge us. Do you understand? We make offerings and we evoke their blessings. This is important, very important. Okay? Thank you. Good night.
Oh, I thought you needed. No.
To get updates about the schedule of activities here, please sign in on the email.
Can't remember. Start my work week tomorrow. 3:12. Right. Should we work together at 3 p.m.? I'm sure you do. Now they're wonderful. We're trying to.
Good, how are you? Bored of the teaching series. Made kind of bored.
That will be your guidance next year. 7, 8, 17.
Then I will do this thing. I'll give you my work number. Because you'll probably need it.
I can't remember how to do it. It's just